What up, YouTube? We got smoked again by the freaking Dallas Mavericks, man. I don't know what's up with the Lakers. I don't know why the Mavericks have our number. They're not even that good. I mean, they have good young players. They're an up and coming team, but look at the standings. They suck this year. Uh, by the way, congrats to Dirk Nowitzki for cracking 30,000 points in his career. In my opinion, the best European player or overseas player, period, to ever come from another country and play and dominate the NBA. One-time champion as well. So congrats to him, great player. But they're not that great, guys. Dirk is on a downward spiral. He's at the end peak of his career. He's not even that great. I don't even think he's averaging 15 points this season, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not even sure, but I don't even think he's averaging 15 points. They got some nice additions. Yogi Ferrell. They added Noel, who I wanted for the Lakers, because I feel like, I don't know, looking at the Lakers, we have good guards already, and we have okay um, perimeter play, but we really lack athletic big men who can be mobile and protect the paint. I feel like we're very undersized. For example, Dirk Nowitzki has his way with whoever guards him in the post. Julius Randle can't guard him for lick. I think our best defender in the paint is Larry Nance Jr., and he seems to be a little injury prone this year, so he's not getting a lot of minutes. But um, there's a couple things I want to talk about in this game. I felt like the role players outplayed our young, up and coming star players. Um, that can't happen. Tyler Ennis came in and he provided some point guard leadership more than D'Angelo did today. I feel like D'Angelo needs to take away from his game and learn how to slash just like Ennis did. Ennis is fearless. He gets in the lane. He reminds me of a quicker um, he reminds me of a quicker version of Kendall Marshall when he was with the Lakers because he can create for teammates. He has good point guard IQ. I can see him being a good long term backup, except he doesn't play defense. That's the only problem. But that's why I say keep David Nwaba because he's a good perimeter defender and we can alternate those guards. Um, but yeah, whenever we need playmaking, we can sub this kid in. I really like the addition of Tyler Ennis, and I think D'Angelo can learn from him. So that's why I think they traded for, even though he's still young, Tyler Ennis is 22, but I think D'Angelo can learn from him how to be more aggressive. I mean, if D'Angelo at his height, 6'5", played as aggressive as Tyler Ennis, getting in the lanes, playing the pick and roll, I mean, he totally outplayed D'Angelo tonight. Tyler Ennis was getting in the lanes, finishing layups. He was creating for teammates from there. In the short minutes he got, I really like what I saw. So I like this trade because D'Angelo can learn from him. We caught up a little bit. Our bench brought us back a little bit. I really like as well. I feel like I have a problem with Brandon Ingram, guys. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I love the kid, and he balled out in Duke, and he showed leadership, and he showed that he can be a go-to guy. He hasn't shown that in the NBA this season so far. I know he's young, raw. He needs to add muscle definitely because he gets pushed around, and any little tap he loses the ball. So he really needs to add muscle because the refs aren't going to call that as long as he's not a star. Star players like James Harden, they could flop all day and they get the calls. But if you're Brandon Ingram, you're not a star yet, you're not gonna get that call, even if it was a foul. But you gotta get stronger. You gotta be able to hold the ball through contact and finish, or at least get the ball up on the rim. And I feel like a lot of times when he attacks the rim, he gets bumped. Another issue I have with Brandon Ingram is that when you look at matchups like tonight, we played the Dallas Mavericks. He should be looking to dominate, guys. He should be. Corey Brewer is also a thin guy, and the way he attacks the rim, he attacks with a purpose, man. He knows how to use his length. I feel like Brandon Ingram sometimes feels like he's 6'3". He doesn't know how to use his length. He has a smaller guy on him, and instead of trying to back him down and hit him with a lean in or a jump shot or up and under or something, or just go around him and use your length to finish, he tends to either be passive or hesitate on the shot. I feel like when he comes off pick and rolls and he pulls up, I feel like he's shooting the ball on his way down, and that takes away momentum from his shot. So most of the time, it's going to be short or too long because he has to put extra force on it on the way down. I'm sure Magic has told him about it, but he needs to make it, a practice because bad habits are hard to erase. So what he needs to do is release the ball when he's going up and almost at the peak of his shot. Not when he's coming back down because he'll hold it and he'll start coming down and release. His release is too long, and that's not good for anybody. He's not using his height advantage. He needs to use that. Really, with him, no shot should be a bad shot. Sometimes he has a smaller guard on him. He should be able to jab fake and either pull up for three or take him right to the hole and finish. Or draw in a double team and kick it to somebody. He's not doing either right now. He does it very rarely. He's scoring off of cuts and when teammates find him or hitting jump shots, contested jump shots. he needs to simplify his NBA career, and he'll learn that as he goes through. But I think having a guy like Corey Brewer to teach him how to use his length and slash, because they're very similar body type right now. And Corey Brewer was slashing, man. Great pickup by the Lakers. The best defender we have, and probably the best slasher other than Jordan Clarkson that we have, Corey Brewer. And I could see him being with us for a long term. I would sign him to an extension, a 3-year, I don't know, $20 million deal, something like that. But yeah, I like this kid, Corey Brewer. And also, Thomas Robinson needs to get more play. And he also outplayed Julius Randle. So if Julius Randle puts in the effort Thomas Robinson does, and Thomas Robinson chases every single board, he goes after it hard. That's what Julius needs to do, because I feel like Julius is great and he is a beast, but sometimes he takes plays off. At this rate, I'm better. We're better off starting Larry Nance Jr. over Julius. The way Julius is playing, he's inconsistent. One night he's getting ready to do a triple double. The other night he drops 9 points and like 5 rebounds. So it's not good enough. So all these young kids, they definitely need to learn from these vets that are on the team. You know, with the exception of Tyler Ennis, who's not a vet. He's only 22, but still, I mean, that kid has skill, and he knows, even though he's an undersized point guard, he knows how to get to the rim. Julius Randle, and Brandon Ingram should all be using their skill sets to finish around the basket easier. I feel like Julius as well. He makes it so complicated. Sometimes he fades away. When he's big, all you got to do is you got to body somebody and then put the ball in the basket. I mean, he was doing that earlier in his career, and now he's settling more for jump shots and fading. Yeah, well, he needs to develop a jumper, but it's not ready yet to rely on it. So you got to go to what you have, and then as you start developing it, you definitely have to show it off more. But this doesn't apply to Brandon Ingram, because Ingram, if you take a jab fake and somebody bites, release the ball, shoot it. It's okay to be a little selfish. If not, you're never gonna get to that next level, Brandon. Yeah, I noticed he hits him with a hezzy, and he'll have the defender move a little bit, and instead of pulling up, he'll just pass it to a teammate or look for somebody, or he'll give up his dribble too early and then look to make the pass. He needs to be more assertive, and it starts mentally. I said in the video earlier, the Lonzo Ball video, that I think Lonzo's gonna be special because he doesn't think while he plays. He lets the game come to him naturally. And that's what Brandon Ingram needs to do. Right now, he's looking like a puppy out there amongst a bunch of pit bulls. He looks like he's going to get eaten in every play. He attacks the rim and he expects the contact, so he's closing his eyes sometimes. That's why he's not finishing. Or as soon as he gets hit, he's expecting the whistle and he lets go of the ball. Dude, you got to hold on to it with 2 hands. And it's ironic that I say 2 hands because I only got 1 right now. But you got to hold on to it with 2 hands. But yeah, I mean, the positive was the role players, and of course, Jordan Clarkson had a great game. He's been balling out ever since the Lou Williams trade as well, and he looks to be the most efficient out of the young players that we have. I mean, he's attacking on a nightly basis. Sometimes he settles for too many jumpers, but tonight he attacked and he played great. All right, guys, hit me with a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll hit you guys after my surgery. Most likely, if I don't hit you with a video right after the surgery, then I'll hit you probably the next day or whenever I feel better. But I appreciate all the support, guys, and peace out.